YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be doing a full test and review of the LED Searchlight by Lighting Ever, so stick with me. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we're going to be doing a full test and review of the Searchlight by Lighting Ever. A lot of you know who follow me on social media and watch my videos regularly, you know that we get a lot of flashlights here on the channel. But we don't typically get big, bulky lights like this because they're not as popular. Everybody likes the EDC-sized ones. However, while I was working on my vehicle bug-out kit and emergency stuff and whatnot, I was trying to do some looking for a good searchlight vehicle emergency tool to kind of signal for help if I needed to. Something that was multi-purpose. And we came across this one from Lighting Ever. This is sporting a 1000 lumen and a 400 lumen spotlight. It is also rocking a lantern piece that you see here. And it provides you something you can hang up in your tent. You can hang it up if you run out of power during the evening, if you have a power outage, anything such as that. And then on the flip side, if you get into an emergency and need to flag down help, they have the emergency lighting mode. And that has that where it's continuously blinking to let people know there is a concern or issue, and hopefully they will stop and provide you with some assistance. The overall functions of this light are pretty simple and intuitive. Like right here on the back, this is a plug up, so you can use a USB just like in any other new rechargeable flashlight. So you can plug it up to the wall, you can put it in your vehicle if you have a cigarette lighter with a USB little port to it, and you can get this thing charged up on the go. Throughout charging it from a dead battery, because we did run this all while we were camping all the way until it died, using it as a lamp, and we actually got it to run for about 6.5 to 7 hours on high for the lantern mode, which is powered by the yellow button right here. But that lantern right there actually lasted us about 6 to 7 hours, which was freaking actually pretty good. On low, I feel it'll run a lot longer. And then the red button obviously denotes the red LEDs that are blinking. And that will run for about 6 to 9 hours as well, which hopefully if you're on a road, some vehicle at some point will come to your rescue and aid, or you can find a way to get cell service and find help in that aspect. Also, the switch right here is pretty simple of how to turn it on. The 1 is low power, 2 is the brightest setting, which is the full 1000 lumens. And overall, I like how intuitive and simplistic they made the actual coordination of how the lighting system works. They have the buttons in the correct places, so we know that that button works on this side, this button works on that side. And there's a completely separate system to run the spotlight, so there's not some crazy one button operation. Now, while I was doing a lot of my research online, I was trying to figure out, okay, well, the price is right on this. It's like 30 to 35 bucks. It's not super expensive. It provides me with a lot of options. It is made out of ABS plastic, but it is pretty sturdily built. It's not super chintzy at all, but the plastic does help it kind of have a lighter weight. This isn't something you're going to be thrashing and throwing around, hence the fact that it has a kind of shoulder strap on it so you can carry it for longer term use pretty simply. So I was like, okay, well, how is the battery life and the run times? Well, we did some checking on the battery life, and they actually offer you two 18650 batteries that power this thing that are internal, that are set in there permanently, but it is a total of 7,200 mAh of power to power this flashlight. Now, typically, you're probably not going to be turning all of this on at one time and just kind of just rocking the boat where everything's on. That makes no freaking sense whatsoever. So you're going to be conserving your energy. You're going to be doing the smart thing and only running one of these situations at a time, you're not going to be trying to flag down help. I mean, like, if your life's on the line, I would probably turn them all on to hopefully get the most visualizations and someone will see you. So the big question we wanted to answer is, how well does it work? So we ran a few scenarios. We took it out on the trail and wanted to see how well it could light up certain areas where there was a lot of darkness. We took it out camping with us. We used it as a tent camp lantern. We used it as a simulation to flag down how visible it was from a vehicle, and a bunch of other different usage footage. And you know what? I gotta say, for the price point, for some it might be a little bulky, and I kind of get it, but this is from something that you leave in your truck, your toolbox, in your vehicle. This isn't something that you're EDCing around just going, oh, I'm just gonna go, this is my EDC light. It's not gonna work, guys. So for that concept, I think it fits the build pretty well. I'm very interested to know what you guys think about the flashlight. You can definitely throw your comments down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Do you think a big flashlight like this makes a lot of sense as a vehicle emergency spotlight, or do you think the smaller EDC size, like the Through Nights, the A Tacticals, the O Lights, are just perfect? Now, that's not the only function of why I got this, obviously, because of the lantern and the actual emergency red strobe lights that will help you kind of signal help in the nighttime. They're very visible, and it's a clear sign. You see a blinking red light, it's kind of like your hazard lights on your vehicle. It's a clear signal you need help if you're stranded. I see this as a vehicle light / emergency light if you needed it. All in all, I like it though, and it's cheap, very well priced. It seems to be well made from what I can tell. It doesn't feel, there's not a lot of rattling around, there's not a lot of noise. Some of the only noise that comes from the shoulder straps. The shoulder straps work really well. The light's really, really bright. It's got several modes on it. I think 7200 mAh, 7200 milliamps of power is plenty for this. I mean, they could probably amp it up to 10,000, but I mean, let's be real. 4 to 5 hours of runtime in an emergency is pretty dang good, and that's just for the spotlight. That's not included if you actually get more runtime with the actual red light. But if you like the LED Searchlight by Lighting Ever, definitely throw this video a big thumbs up and let us know down in the comments what you think of this Searchlight and how you feel it would fit your kit and your bug out preps in an emergency. But that just about does it for now. I hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.